Greetings, Minecrafters, Nonsanity here, and welcome to episode 5 of All the Mods 6. I like to have good supplies of... What? There's a building outside. I'm confused. Let's get started. Yeah, my intro got totally sidetracked by something outside my base. When I logged in, this door was open and a zombie came in and attacked me. I figured somebody must have done that. Heard that you missed your dog, Colossus. Aha. This is one of those mine colonies buildings, I believe. I do like it. It's a nice color. But it's probably in the way, so it will get demolished. And he put one of these here. Alright, well, thanks, Colossus. But next time, close my door. Alright, well, after that interruption, what was I saying? I was saying I like to have my resources nailed down. I like to have everything coming from somewhere. So, one of the things I want to do today is really get my resources in order. This includes the stuff you would mine normally. I'm not going to be mining it. And the stuff you need from mob farms. So, the first thing I'm going to start with is I need some enchantments. Now, the best way to get enchantments, one thing this mod pack adds is Apotheosis. Here's some of the stuff from that. There's all these charms. I don't know if we want to make any of these, since you can't put them in your baubles, what is it called? Whatever these slots are called. Doesn't have any tooltip on it. But you can't put them in there, so they stick in my inventory. And I like to have a clean inventory. I like to have nothing permanent up here, because I'm constantly carrying things. I like to have room to carry. So I keep just the bare minimum of what I need down here on the hotbar. Which means it gives me less room to swap things out down here, but I know that my inventory is clear, and I can shift things up if I need to temporarily. But one of the things the Apotheosis does is it changes enchanting. It adds more levels to enchanting beyond the normal 30. And it does that by having these special shelves above and beyond the regular bookshelves. There are hell shelves, sea shelves, and end shelves. And you can see each one of these has 2 or 3 of these stats. This one's Eterna plus 1.5, max of 22.5, and Quanta 1.5. This one's 2 and 3. This one's 1 and 5. 1.5, 1.5, 2, 3, and 3. This one has all 3. Okay. Yeah, so you can do any of these. Now, I can do the Hell Shelf, the basic Hell Shelf, Nether Bricks, Blaze Rod, Potion of Regeneration. I've been to the end, and I can make the potions. But the problem is these potions do take gas tiers, and I want to make a full set of these shelves, and I don't have that many gas tiers, and that takes a little while, so I don't want to do that one. And then I looked at, I can't do the end shelf, because that does require Dragon's Breath. You got to go to the end for that. So I looked at Sea Shelf, Prismarine Bricks. I've been getting a lot of those from those underwater constructions. Bottle of Water, that's easy. Pufferfish. Well, you could fish, but you're going to get a lot of other things before you get pufferfish, and it has to be a pufferfish. But if you click on it, there's always other ways to make things. And it looks like Mystical Agriculture allows you to make fish essence from fish seeds. You make fish seeds with a Solium seed base. You make a regular seed base and then add some Solium dust. We'll get to what that is in a moment. And 4 soul jars, which are made with Solium ingots and soul glass. So, over here, I've got the basics for this. See, what you want to do is you make these Solium ingots, which is a iron ingot and some solium dust. Right? Or is it 4 around it? Oh no, it's a prosperity. Yeah, prosperity ingot. I've forgotten. Prosperity ingot. Here we go. So you take a regular iron, some prosperity shards, that with 2 solium, shapeless. Get a solium ingot. Now the solium dust comes from solium ore. You smelt it. And solium ore is in soulstone deposits in the nether. Now you can't run it through any of the mechanism machines except straight smelting. It can't duplicate it. But if we ever do get around to elemental craft, you can double it up. I am going to get to elemental craft because you need it. But so far I haven't needed it as much as I've needed other things. So it's been on the sideline. So you get 4 of those, and then you take glass and soul dust. And the soul dust is just the soul stone that you'd mine up in the nether. Though when you do that, you probably are mining up soulstone cobble, which you cook. And then you cook the soul stone. And then you cook the smooth soul stone, and you finally get the soul dust. So you have to cook it multiple times. And then all you do is you take some of those, and you get soul jars. Here's 4 of them. Then you want to make a solium dagger. Solium dagger recipe is more of the solium ingots, solium dust, around a golden sword. I've enchanted mine a little bit. But the idea is now you go out and you kill a whole lot of whatever mob you want to duplicate while holding these soul jars. Don't kill anything else, because it will fill in these soul jars. Your best bet is, especially if you have a backpack, is to put 3 of them in your backpack, go out and kill one of the things you want to kill. Now, this is not hard with fish. You can just go and kill fish with all of them in your inventory. But if you're going out and hunting zombies or something, and spiders and skeletons are going to be attacking you at the same time, have just one. Don't kill anything until you kill a zombie. Then this one will have a little bit of zombie in it. What you can do is swap that out for another empty one when you know that you're going to kill a zombie next. And keep doing that until all of these just have a little bit of zombie in them. Then you can go ahead and kill anything you want at any time, and only the zombies will fill these up. Now, how many you need to kill depends on the type of mob. I'm going to keep these around for later. I'm not going to fill them up right now. But once you've got those, then you can make the seeds. So I made some fish seeds. I used the fish essence to upgrade my shelves. So here are the sea shelves. Just the basic first tier sea shelves. Got them around an enchanting table. And I've also made a disenchanter. Now the disenchanter is also fairly cheap at this point. Just 5 emeralds, 3 obsidian around an enchanting table. You put empty books in it, and any enchanted item you stick in here, or it can be an enchanted book with multiple enchantments on it, and we'll split everything up into separate books and return you an unenchanted item. Anything I don't want to keep, any enchantment I don't want, I pop in here and get back the experience. I've got a number of golden items that I can use to enchant. I don't know, I didn't need 2 golden swords, but just ended up having 2. What I've been doing is looking for the enchants that I want, putting them down here. Then as I start having multiples of the same number, like here I've got a 3 and a 4. If I get another 3, I'll combine them into a 4, and then I'll try and combine the 4s. If they combine, as soon as I get one they can't combine anymore, I put it up top here. So beheading 4, that's as much beheading as you can get. Life leech 3, that's the top of that. Leech 5, growth 4, magic siphon 5, and vorpal 4. I've also put a couple onto my Paxel here. I still have the indestructible. I put soulbound and I put silk touch because that's pretty handy. So is there any of these I want to put on it? No, not onto it. But the process that I use for this is I toss it in here. Oh, you notice I don't have any experience. I actually do. there's some sort of problem with that. If I made this thing is XP block. Just look it up. It's cheap, an emerald, some iron bars. If you crouch right click it, it puts all your experience into it. There, just put 47 levels in. Unfortunately, the only way to get it back out again is to right click it a whole bunch of times. Can you hold it down? Okay, I can hold it down. And pull it all back out. There we go. So now I've got my... It's just a bug when you change dimensions or log in or something. I guess I have changed dimensions since I logged in. So it just goes away. Alright, so now we take this golden pickaxe, toss it in here. As these get higher, the last one isn't always the highest. It starts wrapping around, and sometimes the middle one or the first one might be the highest level. But you can see this is up to 45 now. And this gave us Fortune 3 and Tombstone Soulbound. I don't want either one of those. So I'll get the experience back. Actually, you seem to go up in experience as you do this. Auto smelt and teleportation. Nope, don't want those. So you can just keep doing this for a while until you get what you need. I don't need unbreaking. Everything I want to maintain, I can make indestructible. Efficiency 5, Tombstone Sun. Don't really need them. There's so many enchantments, though, this can take a while. So thankfully, it's pretty easy to cycle through them like this. And if anything, my experience is going up. These three values, these are what the same things that the shelves give you. Eterna, let's toss this in here, is the level that you're going to. Notice how it's stuck at 22.5. That's because if we look at the Apotheosis here, it says max 22.5. That's as high as you can go. Eterna is basically the actual enchantment level, as I understand it. I would have to go upgrade to these crystalline seashells, which will get us up to 30. And these just take prismarine, which I might have enough to do a few of them at least. Or you can go up to... Actually, that's the best one. Arguably. This one is better in the Arcana. You definitely want the Eterna to be all the way up eventually. That's the main one you want to get higher, because that gives you higher range levels for your spells. Quanta, here it says, controls the variance in enchanting. If this was all the way down to 0, then your enchantment level will be whatever the Eterna is. If it was all the way up, and your Eterna was all the way up, then you might get double, or you might get really, really low. It basically adds a randomness factor. It does let you get higher than what you normally would get. And if you're doing this cycling like I'm doing, you might as well have it up high. You'll get some duds every now and then. But you have the potential to get much higher than normal. Now, I don't know if Eterna's all the way up, if you can go any higher than that. In which case, you might not want any Quanta at all, because it can only hurt you. But I'm a little less than halfway, so a little bit of Quanta could help. Arcana makes rare enchantments more common, increases the number of enchantments. So this is also a good one to get. So, yeah, this one with Arcana 10, that'd be pretty good. Heart of the Sea. Yeah, it looks like if I just... I have Diamond Essence. I just need Prismarine Essence. I can get Squid Essence pretty easily. It's just killing a bunch of squid with those jars. The Nautilus Shell comes from the Fish Essence. And yeah, so I just need Prismarine and Squid. Prismarine and Glomero. Yeah, I could probably do that. I think so. So I might upgrade these again to get to that. Because it also improves the max Eterna and the actual amount of Eterna. Oh no, it's the same. Slightly better for the Eterna. So yeah, I've been doing all that enchanting. And now I can also take... I thought there was some that are over here. I thought I had another chest or something. I don't see it anymore. I had some that I wanted to put on this weapon. Oh well, I'll do it there, this item. I'll find it later. So, got some enchantments. That helps. Something else I'm going to need. And let me just say I'm recording, so I saw somebody log on. And we'll sleep. Something else I'm going to need is a supply of plastic. Now, I showed you the shortcut, and it's not... Sometimes this happens, and that's happened to other people too. Sleeping doesn't actually work. Okay, there it went. Where was it? Over here. I could use the rat method, the trash can that I used previously to get a little bit of plastic. It's a little slow and it's manual. You can automate it, but I'm going to need the latex as well. So, don't need that, just need these. So let's set up a latex system. So the first we want to do is put down a block placer from Cyclic. This doesn't take any power. I'll turn off the redstone, and we'll just put some wood in there, and I'll place a block of wood above it. Let's grab some wood. Since we got a lot of this ebony, let's see if it can produce latex. I don't know. Toss that in. It's a nice black wood. Very nice. Make 4 of these fluid extractors. Place them on all 4 sides. They also don't need power, but they can take power, in which case, see, this pops all the way up to the top. This is a cooldown as it processes, and then it produces 1 unit of latex. If you power it, it only goes up to about 1/3, I think. So it runs 3 times as fast with power. Probably worth doing. So I made a couple of these flux points. I'll put one there, and these are hooked up to my wind power. You know, I could probably get rid of that and just put a flux point up there. So now, when they reset, they should, yeah, they only pop up to about here, so about 1/3. So now they're all producing latex. We're going to pump that latex out. And I need to get my widget here. Now we can use that latex to make plastic, but I'm just going to put it in a tank for right now. I'll put the tank here, and there, it's starting to fill up. Because I'm going to need some of that latex in a little bit. Another machine that I can make right now is this guy, the Disillusion Chamber. He doesn't require any latex, just requires some plastic, but like I said, you can use the rat's plastic. So even though I haven't made any yet over there, I can place this guy down. He needs some power. This is for crafting a bunch of things in industrial foregoing. For example, all of the range upgrades, they have to be made in this machine with glass panes, 2 redstone, some material, it depends on which tier of range add-on you want, changes what material. But they all require a bucket of latex. Even the basic one requires a whole bucket of latex. So I can just grab a bucket, and as soon as this has 1,000 millibuckets, and it's going to take a little bit, which is why I wanted to get this started, I can then make a range upgrade. Now, the next thing I want to do while that's running, so we did this chest, pick that up, pop that away. We're going to go into this compact machine where I have another project chest in empty space. It's possible to search JEI with a hashtag, $, and then whatever you search, it's going to put it in the tooltips, like cockatrice scepter, withers target when used. I'm searching for wither. It's searching the text of the tooltip instead of the name. And I do that in every pack to look for something like this. Tempered glass. Immune to light, explosions, and wither blasts. How is this made? Obsidian and black stained glass. This stuff is super cheap. One of the cheaper witherproof blocks I've ever seen. And we're going to use it to make my handy-dandy patented wither-killing box. I leave one spot at floor level in the front open. A 3x3x1 gap in the middle. So one more layer. And this layer I leave the gap in the back. And then cover the whole thing in, and this is important, 2 layers. Otherwise the wither can get out. And on the back, you can make some steps like that. Alright. That is the wither box. And I just so happened, since I was running around killing a lot of endermen and wither skeletons in the nether, I've got a ton of wither skulls. And I've got some soul sand as well. So let me show you how this works. I'm going to place the 4 blocks of soul sand. Come up here and then place those. And if you notice the wither is a little quiet, that's because I have muted him. And the explosions and so forth. So he's a lot quieter than usual. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's dead. I like this sword. Does 70 damage. We'll get a better one later. I have put beheading 4, looting 4, range 4, sharpness 6, and sweeping edge 4 on this thing to go along with its indestructible. So it's pretty nice. I still need to add a really good capturing. And I was working on that at the enchantment table. Oh, I got all my wither skulls back? That seems odd. Let's try that again. I don't remember getting the skulls back before. That would mean I would only need 1 set of skulls. Actually, I have 1 more than I had before. So I got 62 right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I got 2 back. Huh. Alright, well that's different. Anyway, this is a pretty easy way to kill the wither, and it seems like if you got plenty of soul sand, you're going to be doing fine for heads. I never noticed that before. Oh, I forgot about the sink. So I'll put these away. And let's head on out. So now we got a source for withers, stars, nether stars. I always want to call them wither stars. They come from the wither, but they're called nether stars, even though they have nothing to do with the nether. So how's our latex doing? It doesn't look like we've got much yet. Almost half a bucket. It's only gone through 1. Alright, so it's still working on the first log, I guess. Looks like it's got a lot of cracks, so it's almost ready to break. So that's what they do. These things will eventually break the block. And that's why the block bracer is set to replace it. So doing alright, I guess. See, this was another one of the disillusion chambers. Latex Processing Unit, that's the one. This one you can't make until you've gotten at least 1 bucket of latex. I did play ahead a little bit. So with the latex, 1 bucket of latex, the first thing I want to do is make this guy, the Latex Processing Unit. I'm going to put him here. He's going to get some of the latex. See, he's got 188. He must have had some in him still. break these. And I want to get one piece of, there it is, fluid cable. And I'll put that there. And then I had that sink. I knew I needed the sink for something. Pop it there and extract. Because the latex processing unit needs water as well as latex. When it has both, you get the tiny dry rubber. Get 9 of those, craft them together, and that gives you a full-size dry rubber, which you can then cook to make the plastic. But I don't really need a lot of that right now, so I'm going to disconnect it from the latex for the moment. It's still going up. These things do not disconnect properly. They're definitely bugged out. I'm just going to take it down and just stick it under here for now. And I guess I can undo that. So when I need it, I just put it back up there again. Because I don't want it to absorb all of the latex when I need the liquid latex for the dissolution chamber. Well, for this one, or the other one. I'll just stick it over here. We're going to need 2 of them eventually, unless you want to cycle out what fluid they have in them. But that means you have to carefully monitor how much of each. I don't have to do that. So I'm going to have 2 of them. Okay, what else is there to do? I think that's good. I think we're ready to move on to mob farming. And then I will show you what's next for... Stick that in there. And the nether stars can go in there too. Once I get enough nether stars, I can upgrade this dank. Use 8 nether stars gets it to this guy, the dank 7. I love the dank 7 because look at that stack limit, 2 billion. This guy's stack limit is 262,000. Million? Billion? Billion. That's a lot. That's basically max int for a signed integer. So, yes, we can put a lot of stuff in each slot of a dank 7, and it has a lot more slots. Actually, do we want to do mob farm next or crops? I think let's do crops, since we started with that when we were talking about the fish essence and using those jars to kill mobs to make the mob essences. And you've seen me make material essences, and those are seeds. There's so many different seeds for all the different materials. All the mob ones require these jars filled with stuff. And the regular materials just need a copy of the material, like fluorite. It needs 4 fluorite and some tertium. I can make all these, and I will make them fairly soon, I think. As soon as I get all my stuff set up. So what's changed here? Well, you notice that one, that dank right there, that's a tier 7. I used nether stars and upgraded that one. I had to do that because between episodes, the farms were running, and I was getting a lot of stuff. I wanted to make sure nothing was going to overflow. This thing provides that assurance. This is still set up the same way as it was upgrading all of my essence to insanium blocks. And this right here, I like this block. This is a dimensional chest from the dimensional chest mod. Yep. There's 2 mods like this in the pack. There's ender chests and the dimensional chest. I sort of like the dimensional chest, though it doesn't seem to have the ability to change frequencies. Oh, yes, there we go. Frequency. You can change the frequency right there. Instead of hitting it with dye like you do with the other ones. I should make that private. But not this one first. Let me go into here. Well, first I'm going to go into here and show you what I'm going to do for a farm. This one's got a farm that's working, and this one is currently empty. As you can see, I've got 4 5x5 plots in this 11x11 interior space compact machine. I'm got one empty block space below, and then I've duplicated this on 4 different levels. The water source blocks are here at the top, and I've placed some strategic holes. I think I got them all in the right place. Sometimes these ladders glitch out a bit. And we've got a project chest, because got to have project chests. 4 item collectors, 2 item users, 16 harvesters, some energy cables, some item cables, 2 Supremium watering cans. This one is still empty. I think I need to use it on a source block. There we go, filled. One of the dimensional chests and a flux point. That's to get power into this thing. Since the mod isn't quite ready for prime time in 1.16, it doesn't have the ability to pipe things through the walls yet. So you have to, I'm using the dimensional chest to send items out of here, and the flux point to bring power in. So let's start with running some power cables around. And I'm going to put the plug here, hook it to my network, and I need to dig these up temporarily. Don't need to dig them all up, just enough that I can lay the power cable down underneath them. Like this. So, bring the power up there. And just run it around the edges. I could just use multiple flux points. At the time I was working on this design, I didn't have the materials to make a lot of them, because they do take ender pearls and blaze rods, but that's less of a problem right now. Alright, so we'll run that up later. Going to have an item collector here in the middle. And I'm going to put the dimensional chest that everything's going to be leaving this place on top of it. And we run item cable. I wanted it over here, okay. Like that. And we're going to pipe it out. Oh, it's still set to disable. Pipe it out there, so it goes in here. So now anything this guy picks up will get sent. You can see the stuff in the system. But I don't want it picking anything else up yet, so I'm going to leave this as requires redstone. Well, later we'll turn that off. By default, it's got more than enough coverage for the whole room. So don't need to turn that up. Okay. And then the other thing we need on this level is this is where we have the item user. Yes. So we need some more power. Like that. That's why I have this one channel cut out of the floor, because I need power running over here. And then I'm going to place an item user facing down. That's going to be always on, and give it a watering can, and we'll set it down to like 5. So now any crops that are down here will grow very fast. Now the nice thing is about this arrangement is that it also works for the crops one level up. So we only need 1 for every 2 floors of this design. Putting it in the middle might work on 3, but I'd still need a second one for the top, so I did it like this. And we need harvesters. Now, having 4 on each level means that... Oops, and that's in the wrong spot. There we go. Let me put some of this back in. Having 4 on each level means that they only need to handle a 5x5 each, which greatly speeds up their harvesting. So they can be set to always on, and we can bring them down to a 5x5. There we go. That's a level 2. You can double check their... See, it's just getting this one spot. No wasted time scanning anywhere else. And this one's also not in the right spot. Set him down to 2 as well. Look, I did that for everywhere. Oh, it's because that's the... Yeah, that's where the power is going to go up. Okay, yeah, so... The hole was in the right place, but I was doing it wrong. Harvester like that, and then the power connects to it from the side. Yeah, that's it. On, 2. So, don't connect from the bottom. Connect like that. Alright. Past me knew what he was doing. And this one was already set up like that. Alright, up a level. Last thing we need to do is drop back down here. Use some more energy. Wrong place. More energy cable to come down and do the other item collector. Or item user. Come to place from below. Turn it on, set it to 5-tick delay, and give it the watering can. I think that's it. I think all I have to do is turn these guys on. And the farm is ready to go. All I need is some seeds, which I did not bring. And you notice I did not get that chest. It was picked up by the item collector. That's why I wanted them off while I was working. Alright, well, let's hop out and let's make some seeds. Jetpack off. What do I want to make? I've made a few, but let's see. What else? Stuff I know I'm going to need for the future. No, I don't need to get up ahead on those right now. Let's just see, what can I make? Oh, I could do those things I was seeing for the shelf upgrades. Prismarine? How much of this stuff do I have? I've got 8 shards, and that's enough with 1 left over. And I need more... Or maybe we won't make that one right now, but it's doable. Just a little bit more of a rabbit hole than I wanted just right now. Oh, slime seeds. I wanted a source of slime. So I wanted to make the slime seeds. Of course, you need soul jars filled with 12 slime each. To do that, let me take you on a little trip over here. If you remember this little hole I made, it took us down into this Eidolon little construct with this guy locked up and crucible from Eidolon. I never did clear out this stuff, but I don't see anything in there I really need. Anyway, if I keep going down, I made... look, there's a slime. I made this room right here. There's actually 3 chunks. 1, 2, and 3. that are slime chunks. And the way you find that out is you capture a slime in a bucket. Just use a bucket on a slime. And then if you're in a chunk that is a slime chunk, you see he's jumping in my hand. If I leave, back over here is not a slime chunk, he's quiet. Come out, and he starts jumping. I did this above on my base, and if you can see in the mini-map, I'm just to the 3 chunks to the south of my base and a little bit to the west. These 3 in a row were slime chunks. So I can come down here, well, not using this sword, using that little dagger and the soul jars, and kill me some slimes until I had enough to fill those soul jars. And I did that, and I made the slime seed, and I just turned off my jetpack. Back up we go. So I do have, I think, a few slime seeds in my system. Whoa. But I don't need a lot because I've got plenty of slime now. And plenty more in the system. I have not yet made seeds for some of the other mobs. I think it's just fish and slime so far because they were fairly easy to get and I needed those. I've got gold and iron. Could do uranium. Steel. Let's do steel. So for steel I need a seed. And I bet you it's, what, blue? Blue. I got it right. I got 2 blues there. 2 more. Alright, let's run over here to this guy. When I start making these seeds in earnest, I'll probably automate this, but maybe. It's not like it's hard to do, and I only need to do it once for each seed. I still have the lever, keeping it turned on. There we go, we have a seed. Now, I don't think you get extra seeds unless you treat the soil first. Oh, there's the chest that got picked up. Yeah, so the dimensional chest is being piped out into here. This chest is only being used for the farms. And it's coming in here. You can see I've got 2 million, almost, diamond essence. 1.5 million gold. 1.4 million silicon. Almost 1 million nether quartz. I want to have a lot of those later on in the game. So I wanted to have plenty of those growing and just let them grow. Bunch of other things. I got emerald, iron, lapis. That's the diamond seeds. Stone. I need to make some of the other basic ones because they're pretty useful to make materials. I had some potatoes, fish essence. There's the slime. I was growing cotton for string. Oh, I have some of the silicon I made in here. I made too much accidentally and didn't have anywhere to put it, so I just put it back in here. It will be removed. This should only be for seeds and essence. And actually, I'll be making a separate one of these later and splitting it between seeds and essence. And I got 307 insanium blocks, so the inferium has been doing a good job. I don't think there's much else I really need these for. They're used for a couple of the top tier seeds, the Aldomadium trio, and to make the magical soil. And they're used to make the creative essence. But since I only need 14 of these, yeah, I got way more than I'll need. You can use them to grow these guys in a garden cloche. But if you do that, you don't get extra seeds. Not that you'd have to build more garden cloches if you wanted to keep doing it this way. But doing them... Oh, wait, I don't see you... Okay, yeah, you still can use them in a botany pot with the magical soil. There you do get the extra seeds, so you can get more of them. I know it's debatable whether it's... I can just make a couple seeds And then you can turn it back. Yeah. Either way, think about it. Let's go ahead and plant. Oh, I was saying, yeah, you have to treat the soil. Came in here to do that. Let's grab 4 of these insanium blocks and just break them down into supremium. Well, actually, I think you can. Let's see, farm. There is insanium farmland. You just can't do it on the ground. You have to do it in crafting. Let me try. Let me see if you can do it on the ground. I don't think you can. Oop. So if I just turn this into the insanium itself, go back in. Yeah, you cannot right-click it on the ground. Whereas if you right-click with the supremium, it does color it. But it says if you... If I grab all that dirt, well, I didn't get it all. But I have some in here. So if I take dirt and a hoe, I did make it indestructible since I was hoeing so much. And combine these 3 together. Aha! Insanium farmland. Let's make a little bit. And see how it does in comparison. Very purple. Sort of elegant looking. And we'll just plop this down right there. Now it should go pretty quick because this guy is working and he is within range of the watering can. Yeah, there he goes. And as soon as he gets grown, this thing should harvest it pretty quick because it's doing only a small area that it's scanning. Tut 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 bink. So it hits it pretty quickly. And then it'll get picked up by the item collector and piped into here and get sent back into that tank. But I can speed it up a little because I got a whole bunch of this fertilized essence. So I can just go bang, 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 bang. Get a whole bunch real quick. Hopefully there'll be a couple extra seeds and I can then plant them around it as well. So I got so much of this pink stuff, it's worth kickstarting the farm a little bit. So let's see what we got. I got 4 seeds. Take the dirt out. So I'll lock that and I won't lock the seeds yet. There we go. Don't need you. So now we'll have steel. It's not getting picked up by the... It gets picked up by my magnet before it gets picked up by the item collector. I'm just going to toss this stuff back in here to get it reprocessed back into blocks. I still have a bit of insanium farm. I'll just stick that in there temporarily. Yeah, I won't. I mean, each one of these blocks is 9. I could probably do quite a bit of farmland with the insanium. Might as well. I do have lots extra of it. And if I swap over the inferium essence crops to being on insanium farmland, they'll grow a little bit faster, or not faster, but they'll make more essence, which will give me more insanium. I like a system that has positive feedback. Alright, so now I can show you the farm that I've got over here. Oh, I better turn off my magnet or I'm going to be inundated with essence from this thing. This one's a little different in that the water is not in the middle. Because when I was first laying things out, having them far apart, having them in these spacings cover the entire space. And I had the entire flooring being crop. But then I really wanted to tighten it down so the harvesters could keep up properly. You know, it's nothing staying fully mature for very long. It's getting harvested pretty quick. But I never did move the water columns back to the middle. So I can tell that this is the first one by the fact the water columns are off kilter a little bit. And this is getting powered from below down here. I guess I could have done that. Anyway, you can see I've got a lot of gold. I've got 3 slime seeds here. No, 2 slime and a stone. I got some more stone over here. Some lapis. Those are the fish seeds. More lapis. These are all diamond. These are all quartz. This floor is gold, diamond, quartz, silicon. And again, gold, diamond. Oh, that's also diamond. This should be quartz. Let me fix that. Grab some nether quartz seeds. Oh, and these aren't... I don't have any treatment on the crops. Oh, that should... I look like I stopped doing the treatment because I'd run out back when I was doing this. Totally need to at least upgrade those to the Supremium. There we go. Quartz. That should produce more now that it's on the treated soil. And the top level was... This has got 2 things of inferium. Emeralds and iron. Alright, and again I'll just toss this back in here. Farm, and then, I got rid of everything down here. I'll use this floor for something else, or just running pipes underground or something. I don't know. These don't have to stay down here. I can move them upstairs a little easier to get to. They can be anywhere since they're all running remotely, and these things just have to be in a chunk that's chunk-loaded to be chunk-loaded themselves. Alright, so we went in here. That's the Wither Killing Chamber. This is the mob farm, and it's time to go do that. So, what I've got in here are 2 boxes of glass. This is frame glass from Cyclic, or Create. From Create. It's a little more clear than regular glass and has the frame around it. I always look for a nice clear glass that doesn't require silk touch. This does require silk touch. But now I've got silk touch on my Paxel, which I'll be using till the end of the game, so it's fine the way it is. So the 2 spawners I've got in here, one is the Blaze. Let's get a block under it and break it. I can now break it with my main tool because it's got silk touch, yay. I have not adjusted the min or max delay on this one. It's still 200 and 800. Or anything else. It ignores spawn conditions, so it ignores light level. And it requires redstone. And I reduce the range to 2. And this one over here, I had capturing on my sword, or low-level capturing on my sword. I took it off to upgrade it. Yeah, the sword does not have capturing on it right now, does it? It does not. While I was in the nether biome, I forget what it's called. It's very dark, black ground. It has a lot of endermen and wither skeletons. And I was killing both, hoping to get an egg. Got an egg for both of them, eventually. But now if I look at this one... Oh, I forgot I had that vector plate up there. I have hit this with a lot of sugar and a lot of clocks, and I took it down to a min delay of 5, max delay of 10. And I hit it with a nether star, so it ignores players. I don't have to be here. I also reduced the spawn range down to 1 because they were getting stuck in the walls. somehow, or in the ceiling or something. So this one is a little different in that it runs a whole lot faster. I'll have to do the same upgrade for that guy over there. If you want to see how fast this runs, let's get a few things out here. We'll go the simple way. I made a mob crusher. Now you can't make this until you've done all the stuff we did with latex, because you have to make this advanced machine frame. Oh, actually, can't even get to that yet. Have to do this one first. Put all this away. Got to do this one first, because this is the mob slaughter factory. I think I showed you this before, but I didn't have the range upgrade, so I couldn't really use it too well. Now I can plop it down here. Stick the range upgrade in there, and we can look to see that it covers the whole space. And actually, because these are blazes, I'm going to move it up a level. Put the range card back in. It needs power, so I'll slap a power up top. And I've made a dock from the tank null mod. It's different from the dank mod. It looks the same though. You have all the same levels, but it uses white concrete instead of black for its dock. And this is it here. I haven't upgraded it to the nether star level, but it's going to collect fluids for us. Put down a fluid pipe and whack it. I think it whacked. Doesn't make a sound. So now this is going to get the two fluids of liquid meat and pink slime. But we need to be able to turn that on and off. So what I'm going to do is stick a switch here and a switch on it. Take an ender pearl. Now these switches, I guess I haven't shown them yet. These are from gauges and switches. I think I showed. Didn't I show this? I feel like I showed this. 2 iron nuggets, redstone, and a lever. Really cheap to make. They look nice. You can also craft them again to make different styles, but I'm fine with the first style here. And when you hit one with an ender pearl, the ender pearl gets this yellow color. And when you're holding it, you see particles for what it's attached to. So this is like the address of that lever. I can now give it to this lever. It's now installed in there. And if I flip this switch, see it's spinning. Flip it off. If you break this, you get it back. And if you want to clear it, you can turn it back into an ender pearl. But it's linked not so much to that switch, but to the spot that switch is in. So you can break that switch and put it back again, and this will still work. So we can turn that on, and now it should be making. And what's going to happen, and that's now empty, this is going to kill them. I should put a vector plate on top of that to get them off. Let's do that. Grab one of these vector plates. These are cheap to make. Sugar, slime, blank plates, which are black dye and stone. Come around here to the back and go whack. And I'll turn it back on again. Now the kill zone is just on this one level. Oh. Okay, there it went. It got them. It just took it a moment. They have to wait till this goes all the way down. But once it does hit down, it kills everything in the kill zone all at once. And it's making this liquid meat and pink slime. And it's the pink slime that I need. So let me get out a bucket. Do I have a bucket? Nope, but I can make one. 1, 2, 3. I should totally mute those guys because they are allowed to. Just the two? No, this one here too. Alright. They'll now be quiet for me. What was I doing? Oh yes, bucket. To these things, if I hit it with a bucket right now, I'm going to get the liquid meat, because the liquid meat's in the first slot. But if you take it out, you crouch click to pull it out, and you hit whatever keybind you have to turn it into place mode. Actually, it looks like it is in place mode. So you can see on my left of my hotbar, you can see the liquid meat. If I crouch and use my scroll wheel, I can change it to pink slime. If I put it back in and hit it, no, I still get liquid meat. I want to see if that was a good shortcut. And now it's back to liquid meat. So I guess whenever it leaves your inventory, it loses that. But I can place some down and then pick it up with a bucket. That works. I imagine I can also just hit something like a tank with it while it's set to pink slime, and that would also work. Oh, that was the wrong one. No, that was the right one. That's just visual glitch, I think. Because these are empty. And 323 of the meat should go up when one of them gets killed. Did not. Or maybe this really isn't working. $326. All right, now it's going up. Pink slime, though. That's what we wanted. Pink slime. That's why I made this second dissolution chamber. That one's going to get pink slime. And then there are recipes that use pink slime uses dissolution chamber. These advanced machine frames. That's the main thing. You need 2 netherite scrap. Ooh, I need to go out and find some more netherite. I only had 2 from a chest, and I used them to make one of these. A bunch of the advanced machines require these advanced machine frames, and that's when I want the material stonework factory. But the mob crusher is the one that I used it for. So now that you've seen how to get to there, this is the one that's going to take latex. Let's go ahead and give it some. Again, the first bucket is used to make this guy, and then the second bucket can go into here because there's a whole bunch of recipes that use that. All the range cards, these laser lenses, which I don't think I will ever use. Oh, they got a dark glass. The simple machine frame. To make the advanced, yeah, I forgot about that. You use the simple machine frame to make the advanced machine frame, so I did need to have both of these up and running in order to make the mob crusher. Alright, so with that in place, and we can turn that off for now, we come to this side. Now I've got the mob crusher, which I'm going to place at floor level, but centered. And let me just temporarily put some of this stuff out of my inventory. So what else we got in here? I got 2 different modes. I made these player damage traps, which use those same blank plates as the vector plate. With some cyan dye, phantom membrane, diamond sword. Remember, you get the phantom membrane for staying up really late, and then at night the phantoms come and attack you. Kill them to get the membrane. Yeah, I can either set down vector plates all over the floor, pointing them towards these 3 player damage traps, and then use an item collector, because when they die on the player traps, they drop experience, which gets picked up by an experience pylon, and their drops, which get collected by the collector, and put into a dock. So I'll place the dock down here, and it has its own dank, which I'll put in there. And an item cable to connect. Or you can set it up here with the only reason to do that is if you want the experience. And I needed to get more experience for all my enchanting. So I had that set up for a while, which is why there's a vector plate on top, which actually is good in general purpose. But this will just get you the drops. It'll gather fluid, essence, mob essence, the stuff. Oh, it's Nesses of Knowledge. That's Industrial Foregoing. Yeah, this stuff. But there is nothing to do with it except turn it into bottles of enchanting. Using bottles. Or I guess you could do it in here too. Oh, and it doesn't need anything. Except power, and you get the whole bottle. You don't have to make the glass. I might make another dissolution chamber and put it in here. Turning the essence into bottles and feeding them into that. Yeah, that would work. Put it right here in between. Yeah. It does need power. And that's it. This setup is much simpler. See, I won't do the vector plate or player trap or experience pylon. Do need to put the range in it. Check the range. Slightly larger than what it needs, but that's fine. Don't need the item collector. Do need the levers though, just as before. Again, we're going to hit it with an ender pearl to copy its location. And stick that in here. Actually, I want that over here. Turn it on. Now you see how much faster these guys are. And yeah, as soon as this thing hits its timeout, it's breaking, it's killing them. Oh, I'm going to have to get rid of the stone swords. I wasn't getting those with the player traps. That sucks. Because they don't stack unless they have exactly the same damage. I don't know if there's that many different values of the damage it could have. I imagine it is random, though. Alright, I'll use a little bit of integrated dynamics to trash the swords. Let's do that. Wasn't expecting to do that because I hadn't put them in there before. But let's go over here. Integrated Dynamics folder. I'm going to need an item interface. I'm going to need and this. Need my portable logic. And some cable. Need to turn one of these into an item importer. I think that... Oh, and a trash can. Gotta remember a trash can. Movie quote. What is the trash can recipe these days? Okay, it's the usual recipe. Don't have any cobble in there. I've got cobble here. And the chest. Alright, back inside. So what I'll do is I'll put a trash can here. We'll have an importer on this guy. The output there, and I think temporarily I'm just going to put a chest there to make sure it's working. And then an item cable to go between. I'll grab one of these swords, and in the portable logic go to item, sword, imprint it, and import item, stone sword. If I put this one in, it cares about... I didn't think that cared about the damage. Check MBT. False. Now all the stone swords are in here. Good, alright. So now I feel confident to put the trash can there. It won't destroy anything else except the stone swords. Yeah, that one was gone. It was just a glitch. Alright. Problem taken care of. I can turn it back on again. Blink, blink, blink. This one doesn't kill them all at the same time. It looks like it only does one at a time. But it, okay. It kills one, and then it doesn't go all the way back up right away. I think if it killed one and then looked again real quick and there was nothing to kill, it'd go back to the full meter. And it won't kill again until it drains down. So this keeps it going quickly. But then if there's nothing to kill, it'll go slower. That's good design. I like that. You can see the essence is building up. I could pipe the essence over to this thing and it'll just go to waste if it fills. I think I got enough fluid cable on me. No, I don't. I only got one. That will have to wait. And I just mixed those things that I didn't want to mix. Alright. Sorry, this should get us plenty of wither skeleton skulls. And you get these wither skeleton skull fragments. Just need 9 of those to make more skulls. So, lots of skulls. Can make lots of nether stars. This should be quite safe. I feel confident in walking away from this. It won't make too many. The spawner is set to max out at a certain number of mobs, and then it won't make any more if they're in the area. With the range of 1, they stay right inside the center. They get pushed out, that's fine. And this thing kills them pretty quickly. And I do need to upgrade this. That is one thing I need to do to make it safe enough to walk away from. I mean, I can walk away from it right now, and we're not going to get up to 200,000 of anything in here for a while yet. We're up to 8,000 of these skull fragments, but 232 or whatever thousand, that'll take a while. And I can turn this thing's preview off. You can see how much faster hitting it with the sugar and clocks, the difference that makes. How are you staying up there? And why can't I see the air on the vector plate? Turn you off. Okay, it is there. Oh, this glass. No, I can see it. Maybe just because he was standing on it? Could be. Maybe it just, they're flying, they're not really sitting on the ground, so it doesn't push them. Anyway, it's fine. I should hit it with a couple stacks of sugar, or however many it takes, and a stack and a half of clocks. It's a lot of gold, but you can see it. It can be worth it if you want a lot of stuff fast. Alright, is there anything else? I think we may actually... There's one long take here. I think we may be at a point where I can end the episode. Alright, I think next episode I'm going to do Elemental Craft finally, and maybe some other magic mods. Yeah, definitely some other magic mods. Gotta get some of those started. Alright, this is Nonsanity signing out. Take care, be good, stay healthy, wash your hands and stuff, and see you next time.